MMORPG games always give a huge surprise to the player. No wonder this game's genre is the most looking game in the history. Especially if you love a competitive multiplayer game, then this game is the right option for you to play. Through this video, you'll find so many cool MMOs that have a new innovation and amazing ideas that worth anticipating. I need a lot of likes on this video. Hopefully every one of you watching this video would like to tap the like button. Please enjoy the video of Top 10 Best Tier List MMORPG of 2025. High Graphic MMORPG Games Mobile and PC 2025. Starstride. Look at how amazing the graphic looks. It's totally what mobile games look in reality this year. This game is one of the best MMORPG realistic games 2025 that's available to play for cross-platform of PC, Android and iOS. But when I play the game on my devices, I feel like I'm playing on PC now, and I can't imagine how the PC quality will be in the visual if I compare with the mobile version. Starstride MMORPG will focus on the PvP features. There are two main factions of Neutron and Vulcan will compete in faction class PvP, especially on the tournament or training mode. From the character design, the developer is showing us clearly about the main concept. It's about a robotic wars in the futuristic and sci-fi world designed. The game's combat mechanism lets the player to do a combo attack by tapping an icon that will show up once we do a certain move. The skill combo visual will display in a dynamic move. All of the mission will represent a voiceover. Anyway, the game has an auto pathfinding. As I remember, it was no auto MMORPG when I played on beta testing. Overall, the first impression I played was, it suddenly reminded me of RF Online. If you are a PC gamer, I'm sure you will know that title. Honestly, the anime MMO already has so many titles on mobile. I'm sure Starstride will break the mobile games market and become the most played MMORPG 2025 for mobile. Granado Espada M. It's just like a dream come true. One by one PC MMO are ported into mobile, and finally this time is for Granado Espada. If you love to play a realistic MMORPG games design, then you can stick on this game. Especially if it already has an English version now. The game's combat mechanism seems so easy because it's full of auto. We can even fight together with our allies as a partner, so we'll get a huge help from the companion that we have along the combat. So upgrading the companion will be our second priority to increase the power after we are focusing on the main character. We can customize the heroes by placing the wing and make the hero's appearance look way more interesting. The game's combat mechanism looks super easy. Just tap the auto, then the game will play casually. Moving from one area into another area faster is possible as long as we are using the portal. As I remember, this mobile version has a better graphic than the PC version, with a great optimization from the gameplay making the game look polished perfectly from many aspects. Granado Espada M is top MMORPG 2025, Android and iOS. Meta scene. This game keeps doing beta testing, and every time the game launches the new beta, it's also showing the progress. But honestly, the graphics should be optimized more and the character should look sharper. In fact, I would give 10 to 10 because I never experienced any lag. It's totally smooth and I think it's ready to release on global. This game is a top no auto MMORPG, especially in combat. So we should tap manually the skill and basic attack or even dodging action to avoid any incoming attack. But when we do a mission, then the auto pathfinding is available. While exploring the world, we can use double jump and flying from a higher cliff to reach a further area into a lower landscape. Anyway, the hero can learn some skill only when we reach a certain level. This MMORPG has a trade system that we can use to trade in a real time between the players, but we should reach level 10 to unlock this feature. Anyway, it's kind of play to earn MMORPG where the NFT is the main base of the currency. I'm sure this game will become the most played MMORPG in 2025 for mobile when they successfully optimize the game, because some features are enough to attract the player, like no auto combat, trade system and play to earn game MMORPG. Ragnarok M Eternal Love 2. It looks quite different from the other franchise Ragnarok we have ever seen. The UI looks so clear. Seriously, it has the clear UI on the whole screen. The main concept seems quite different. It's pure and open world game. We can even walk underwater. Seriously, it doesn't have any portal to move from one place into the other places. The first impression I see about the character design looks so proportional from the graphic, and it's not a chibi anymore. It's a great way to make the game look quite different. I love how the world looks. It reminds me of a Genshin Impact laid-back vibes, the grass, the landscape, the ambience, and how the water reflection looks so gorgeous. I see an auto icon above the skill icon. As we all know, Ragnarok game always represent an auto game, so it will not surprise the players. I really hope the developer will make the game more as a hack and slash gameplay, not point and click anymore. When it happens, surely it will make a huge difference. While exploring the world, we can do some movement like double jump, sprint, dash, and air dash. Ragnarok M Eternal Love 2 is the best MMORPG 2025 for mobile. Star Continent. If you try to find this game anywhere, you probably never get it, because this game is not released globally yet and only done the first beta testing only for a Chinese area. I'm sure the game's graphic will represent a Genshin Impact clone from the landscape and ambience, even though it looks so colorful. The game will let the player have a companion for supporting combat. The companion will attack the enemy randomly, which target the closer enemy within the range area. The main hero will have some job classes of warrior, magician, and healer. In combat, we can freely do an auto combat and unleash the skill without consuming any energy. Cooldown is the only indicator we should be concerned about, but don't forget to tap and drag the dodge button to dash and prevent the incoming attack. I love how it has a voiceover of the characters, especially when we have a conversation within the NPC while doing the main mission. Star Continent is the best anime MMORPG 2025 for Android and iOS. Dungeons and Eldritch. This is new brand MMORPG with a dungeon-based system, where we can meet the other player only in the lobby in a smaller area and chat with each other. The game combat mechanism is hack and slash based, but I see it's still quite clunky. Seriously, the developer need to optimize the combat to become smoother, even if the graphic already reached a top level. We need to clear the mission through clearing the tower level. In combat, we should play manually. Most of the skills that we learn are passive skills that are supporting the main player. It's pretty easy to loot some high quality equipment, especially after we kill the boss monster. Seriously, it's no pay to win MMORPG. Learning a new skill, upgrading the equipment, and gear up the best weapon and accessories will be the best way to boost the combat power number. Knights of the Wind. From the game's design, remind me of Final Fantasy characters. I am pretty sure they got the inspiration from that game. I love how the anime turns into a 3D perspective in general. The game will let the player play an easy game. It's because since we started the game, we will get a ton of indicator to determine if this game is not a newbie friendly, especially for a free-to-play player. The VIP system, the combat power, is a small indicator to let the player know about the game's description. We can even reach a high level in a flash within a short period of time. It's full of auto, the combat, and also pathfinding or the mission. But we should not keep doing auto features because most of the enemy will launch some hazardous skill in a range. So we need to avoid it by manual move. Knight of the Winds is no gender lock, which we can pick male or female heroes with a different job classes of Gunslinger, Warrior, and Magician. The best anime MMORPG 2025 for Android. Immortal Blade. This is one of the best MMORPG for an opponent's level. Even if it is a low spec, it doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure you can play the entire game smoothly. In fact, the game size is only less than 1 GB in total. The game will show us how to speed up the progress through VIP. It's quite a generic as a Chinese game, which MMORPG that is launching a new server in a few weeks. It has a PK based game which is PvP, but this feature is only available in a specific area. While we are at a village or a town, the peaceful mark will represent no PK should do. It has a story-based game where the enemy only respawn once. We are following the mission only. I didn't find any enemies that are respawning in a random area. In less than 10 minutes, I reached level 15. It's pretty insane how we don't need to make any effort to grind the level. Immortal Blade has a great 360 degrees perspective as the top MMORPG Android 2025. Where Winds Meet. I love how many positive feedback the game has from the first impression of the player get. It's purely a masterclass level, and I'm sure this game will become the best MMORPG on mobile 2025. The game's combat mechanism is a fast-paced combat with a high intensity and dynamic combat, making the perfect action hack and slash into MMORPG base. I hope in the future many games developer will try to create an MMO with this level, not any tap and click anymore, so the player will be able to learn how the actual combat mechanism is. series. The graphics are absolutely phenomenal as a mobile game. I wonder how far the mobile game can handle the game's visual in the future. I noticed how the attention to detail is the main point the developer want to be concerned about. We can slash the flower, the grass, and even slash the bamboo by our sword. Where Winds Meet is one of the most anticipated MMORPG 2025. Final Fantasy XIV Crystal World. I'm a big fan of Final Fantasy series, but when this game was announced to be released on mobile, you will never know how happy I am. Trust me, it will become the most played MMORPG in 2025. The know how to play is the main features to attract the player to play. Every single action we do should be done by ourselves manually. The pathfinding and also combat. Luckily, we have a run action for explore the world faster and help the player to follow the main mission more effectively and efficiently. The combat mechanism allows the player to move the hero while attacking. The game's level difficulty is pretty high, which I can assume it will become a hardcore MMO. Look at how tough the common monster is. Square Enix makes a great move to launch the game into mobile, and we can see the enthusiasm of the MMO player. This game will become top no pay to win MMORPG because it is made by Square Enix, a fair and balanced games developer we have in the worldwide class. Bonus, Dragonslayer L. This game is what the Dragonslayer fans are waiting for. Even on the top game reached 9.8 score, which is nearly perfect. It's because most of the players are looking for PC quality, and for me it has 90% similarity within the PC version, especially the graphic look. Unfortunately, the combat is quite simple. I hope they made it to become a combination of skill showcase and giving a great base on the combo we are unleashing. It really gives me a goosebumps, totally reminding me of the glory of Dragonslayer game. The gameplay is we can release the skill anytime as long as the cooldown is ready, and also energy will consume. Along the combat, the energy will recover over time, so we need to maintain it to the last stage to face the boss monster. These all are the best MMORPG 2025 with a top tier level. I am sure it can last longer and become the most played MMORPG on mobile and also PC, because most of the game has cross-platform base. Remember to like this video and see you on the next list. Thanks.